Welcome to episode 11 of When Worlds Collide.
Yes, sir.
A very special episode tonight because we have football. Football.
Football is here, baby.
Thursday night football.
It's
Football
time.
is here. It's back. And you guys know how we start these things, as always.
Cheers, boys.
Little crack.
Shot first or the beer first?
Oh, yeah, I cracked my beer so I could chase after my shot, you know?
I gotta get the sound effect.
Friend was preemptive, you know?
All right, let's go.
All right, let's rip these shots, baby.
Everyone.
Cheers.
Oh,
I see that.
love me some.
Them blue teeth. All
What
right.
are you not choking out from that pre-workout?
I'm a fucking beast. And
Oh.
football's
And football's here, which makes everything easier.
True, very true.
And since football's here, guys, our question of the day for episode 11 is, who will be the winner of each division, as well who will be our Super Bowl contenders this year? And we're going to need you guys' help. We need to decide a punishment for the loser. So Frint and I are just going to be the only two competing on this one. So Frint, we'll go with your predictions first, and then I'll list mine afterwards.
That's cool. I did notice you called mine predictions. These are not predictions. These are facts. So I just wanted to kind of point that out. This is more of a spoiler than it is a projection. But AFC Division Conference winners, we got the Bills, the Browns, the Titans, and the Chiefs. Our wild card contestants that make the playoffs, Ravens, Colts, and Steelers. The NFC Conference winners, Redskins, Packers, 49ers, and the Buccaneers. And the wild cards are Rams, Saints, and Seahawks. The Super Bowl, Buccaneers versus our Brownies. And unfortunately, Tom Brady pulls off one more win and gets a, 8th ring? Something like that. And then Browns go down. So Buccaneers win it all.
See, friend, the funny thing is I remember we did this with the NBA and how confident you were, and then you lost. So
Here's the thing.
I feel pretty good about my predictions once again.
I don't follow the NBA. I was only confident because I'm arrogant.
Ah,
Now this, I actually have some real chance here.
all right. Well, friend, I'm gonna tell you how it's actually gonna be. All right.
Let's hear it.
In the AFC East, we have the Patriots making a comeback this season, and they are gonna win the division.
Set. All right. I'm so down for a tough punishment.
The AFC,
Carry on.
I like Frint's picks better.
the AFC North, we have the Browns. The AFC South, we have the Colts. The AFC West, we have the Chiefs, and then the wild cards in the AFC will be the Bills, Ravens, and Titans. For the NFC, in the NFC East, we have the Redskins. Oh, excuse me, not the Redskins anymore. Hey, football team. We have the football team.
Yeah, I said Redskins too. I apologize to any Native Americans in the chat.
In the NFC North, we have the Packers. In the NFC South, we have the Bucs. In the NFC West, the Rams. And then the wild cards will be the Cowboys, Niners, and Seahawks. And then in the Super Bowl will be the Rams versus the Browns. And for the winner, we have the Cleveland Browns are going to take home the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, baby.
If I lose and I have some terrible punishment, but the Browns win the Super Bowl, I will not care at all. I'll be so happy.
We're gonna-
that is totally okay with me.
Can we get some?
Nope, if it happened, though. It really would.
Dude,
Let's get some hypes in the chat for cutting Fritz's tongue off if the Browns win.
Hell yeah, I'm all for it. Let's go. I'm still all for the one chip challenge.
anyway. Whatever. I'd be fine without it. Fish, you want to at least take any guesses at Super Bowl winners or anything, or you're staying out of this one?
I'm gonna go Buccaneers only because of Tom Brady, and I don't even know else. Packers maybe if that even happens.
Well, that'd be two NFC teams, but
I don't think that's a bold pick, Fish.
Yeah, see, I don't know anything
It'll be
about
the
it.
first time in NFL history, two
Yeah,
NFC
dude, anything's
teams.
possible. My pick's just as good as anyone else's.
and
That's
then
fair.
guys, real quick before we get into the gaming news, I want to show off a little bit of the merchandise that just came in today.
Yes, sir.
So the hat I got on here, guys. We got the One World's hat, Clyde, came in today. As well as one of the sweaters. Those that are in our Twitch Fantasy Football League will have a chance at winning some of this shit. There's a sweater. Not really looking great from my POV right now. Because I'm all jammed up
You
with
have to
this
take
mic.
some pictures of it and post it in Discord.
Yeah.
I like the back of it a lot.
Yeah, bro, but the shit's nice. Bottom line.
Put it on and do like a little catwalk for us.
And not unless you have them dollar bills, Trent. So, anywho, let's get on to the gaming news here without further ado. I don't know if we can even call this news. This just seems like another week in Call of Duty. And I don't really think it's going to change anything, but we have another 100,000 COD accounts that have been banned for cheating in one day. And to this, I say, whoop-de-fucking do.
Yeah, right. It literally means nothing. But what are they up to?
I
Like
mean-
over 1 million accounts banned at this point? I have no idea.
Is that what they're at?
I'm guessing.
I always know. Like I just know COD is terrible at catching cheaters. So 100,000 in a day is at least a step in the right direction.
We've seen this news before though. Like we've seen like ban 50,000 accounts and like literally like a couple days later you still see people hacking. Like it literally doesn't matter because they just make a new account.
Right, the rate of accounts that are like being created to cheat is just exponential. There we go. Words.
Exponentiate. That's right.
Very difficult today.
But I did hear that Call of Duty did hire Vanguard, which was originally with Valorant, I believe, and now they're working with Splitgate. And that's an anti-cheat developer, so like it should actually get better. Well, because I believe Vanguard came from Valorant. It's on Splitgate as well. You can't quote me on that. But I believe that's how it's going there.
Valorant's anti-cheat works is like you have to install a software program onto your PC for the anti-cheat. So like that's how it detects the cheats in your computer because it's already in your computer. I don't know how they're gonna do that with consoles or whatever, if it even happens, but yeah, I mean, like even then, like I still don't think like it'll matter because I saw the other day there's a new hacks coming out for Call of Duty where people just get in cars, they fly up in the air and then just dive on people, and you just get run over by a car flying through the air.
Dope.
It's actually hilarious to watch, but it's still unfair that people want to play the game.
Even assuming, this would never happen, but let's assume that what they're doing, this push here works, and they get rid of all cheating. Do you think it's too little, too late? I mean, we all hate COD. A bunch of big streamers have already left it. Like, I feel like at this point, it's fuck it. They should have done this months ago.
Yeah. I don't think the game's too little too late. It's still super popular. Like I think it's still
Unfortunately.
game on Twitch and whatnot. People love to play it. So like if they actually do finally get the anti-cheat in, I mean the game will just be playable at that point.
Yeah, I mean, and they did. I don't know. We'll see. They're like, I've seen there is some hype about like the new COD coming out, like the multiplayer. I'm not getting it. I'm not falling into that trap.
There you go.
So I'm fully stoked for Halo, as I think a lot of people are. I'm gonna ride that wave. I'll probably do some Battlefield as well, but
I'm still iffy on the Battlefield. Not sure yet.
Yeah, I think Battlefield will be nice, to be honest. But I don't know how many times I fucking said it, like on streaming, IRL, and even in the podcast. But I'm just locked in for Halo.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll be on Game Pass too for people who don't want to pay $60 for it.
Well, multiplayer will be free to play either way.
Oh, yeah, and multiplayer's free to play, so
Yeah.
they're hitting all the check marks and everything. So good on them.
Oh, have you played it before? Have you played Halo in the past?
No, I've never played Halo.
It's pretty fun. Yeah, it's a good one.
First time player here, super excited. I still don't know what a Master Chief is yet.
How do I obtain this Master Chief?
Is it a title of some sort? I have no idea.
Right. All right, so like in recent gaming news, we had Sony's version of E3 today. I know you had a chance to watch that, Fish, so I'll let you take the lead here.
Oh yeah. So they had like their little presentation today. It was like 40 minutes, not that long. They kind of did like Xbox style, where it was just like one game after another. So I'll pretty much just like bullet shot all these games that they announced. First thing they showed was Star Wars: The Old Republic remake. Of Knights of the Old Republic remake or remaster, whatever you call it. So that's coming out on PS5 and PC. They didn't say PC, but it's coming out on PC too as well. And then we got Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which is coming out of March of next year, which is I'm pretty sure it's a DLC because they didn't say like anything that is a standalone or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's a DLC as well. I saw like a brief thing about it on Twitter. I didn't really have a chance to look at the news too much, but yeah, I would assume it's a DLC. I can't imagine that being a standalone.
Right, yeah. So the trailer looked really good. Just think of like Dungeons and Dragons, the board game, but Borderlands style. So I think it's a really interesting concept for them, and it looks really funny too.
I mean, like if they keep just expanding that universe, like there's endless possibilities. I can't wait for the movie. Like I know we talked about that a couple episodes back now, but yeah, I mean, just keep expanding the universe. Like, it's an awesome sandbox to explore.
Yeah,
So
I had a blast with Borderlands 3. Like, that was like one of the few games I 100%ed before all the DLCs came out and whatnot. So that's a fantastic game.
yeah, that's one I still gotta go back and finish.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed of myself.
Yeah, you guys keep saying you want to play all these old games again. I'm just waiting on everyone. Still got to beat the Gears of War campaign and all that stuff.
Let me just save up my
One of these days, baby.
let me save up my vacation from work, and we're just gonna have a week
Bust 'em out.
streaming like all kinds of like weird shit.
We'll pull a It's Timmy and stream for 54 hours and beat all these games back to back to back.
Don't you tempt me.
I still haven't played Red Dead Redemption, so I'm way behind on this.
I never played the second
You
one.
guys
So.
who assigned that to me probably 6 months ago.
Yeah, you're actually right.
Well, the guy's a businessman. He's here. He's Nashville. He's going PA. He's all over the place. He's barely got enough time for the podcast.
Next time you're
Yeah.
flying, just get a Steam Deck or something and play it while you're flying or something.
Friends,
Sure.
Friends' hourly rate for the podcast is increasing every week.
Exactly, yeah.
So go check
Stupid money right now.
Go check out the merch store so we can afford to keep Friend on the podcast.
Exactly, yeah. Gonna pull what, Lionel Messi? Was that who's too rich for the team? Was that?
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm
I'll let you guys sell my tissue if you want.
I'm surprised Friend doesn't have like a blazer on for the podcast.
Exactly, yeah. Where's your Rolex too? We're missing that.
This is much nicer than any blazer you'll find, bro.
Fair
Football is here.
You're goddamn right.
So what else we got here? What else did they show during the presentation? Square Enix showed a game called Forspoken, which kind of looked like Final Fantasy, but like more modern, I guess. It's just like a fantasy RPG open world game. It looked really good, but I know nothing about because they just showed like a small trailer for it. And then Rainbow Six Extraction, which is their like zombie killing game, kind of like remember Gears of War 5, that what was that game mode where you have to like run away from the gas and everything?
Oh, the Hive.
Is that what the game mode's called? The Hive?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like Hive Escape or some shit like that.
It's like basically the same thing with Rainbow Six. Like you kill zombies, you like plant a bomb, and then you have to like extract to like a helicopter or something to run away from the zombies. It's like same concept, but in the Rainbow Six universe and whatnot. So that looked pretty good.
Gotcha.
Definitely interesting. Moving on, we got Alan Wake Remaster, which is pretty cool. The trailer looked kind of lackluster for it being a remaster, but hey, people will buy it, so.
I mean, is that gonna be like a PlayStation exclusive?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, well, like that literally means nothing to me because I can literally just pop that into like Game Pass and play it.
Yeah, I have it installed on my hard drive right now, and I just played it again.
It still looks good on Game Pass.
Yeah.
I don't need a remaster for that game.
The graphical update didn't even like look that significant. When I was watching, I was just like, "Is this like the new trailer?" Like the game looks exactly the same as it was back on the 360.
People are paying money for this?
Yeah, right. It's crazy. Regardless, it still is a really good game. I read.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Played the game, so
No doubt.
stuff. And then there's a PS5 GTA 5 edition coming out, but nobody really cares about that. So this game looks
Yeah,
really
PlayStation.
interesting. I don't know how to explain it. It's called Ghostwire Tokyo. It's from the developers who made The Evil Within. And it's like basically like you're in Tokyo and then like people like Thanos snapped away and then there's like all these like uh ghosts and whatnot and you have to like fight them and it's just like weird like typical like Tokyo Japanese style lore and stuff.
So the first thing I think of when I see Evil Within devs is that the game's gonna be really cool, but I'm gonna have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, that's actually a perfect way to put it because I had no idea what was going on either. So you could not have hit the nail on the head more than that. Yeah.
Like I said, I enjoyed the Evil Within, but I could not follow what the fuck was going on, dude.
Right. Yeah, if you watch the trailer for this, like, guarantee you'll have the same reaction.
I was like, okay, like I'm entering in a hospital to like investigate this crime, and next thing I know, I'm like in a pool of blood, and there's like these mutants attacking me, and I had no context for the situation. I'm like, what?
You're like, all right, this is happening now. So
I'm like, oh, okay,
I'm in it now, baby.
we in the fucking meats, man.
We in the mates, man. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then what else we got? Some bigger news, which I thought was pretty cool. A couple Marvel games coming out for Sony, which is pretty big. One of the first ones is Guardians of the Galaxy for PlayStation.
Ooh.
And the trailer for it looked pretty good. It was like it's kind of like the typical Guardians of the Galaxy where it's like funny and serious at the same time with like space exploration and stuff. So that game's gonna be pretty good.
All right, I'm a little jealous of that. I love the Guardians.
Yeah. Oh, you're not gonna like these other two either because they also look pretty sick. I'm
Do
just
they
gonna list off.
use
What was that?
do they use like the actual actors from Guardians of the Galaxy in there?
No,
For voice
no.
acting and things?
No, they're different people. The Star Lord looks different voice. It's still like the same characters in Guardians of the Galaxy, but I'm pretty sure it's just all different people who voice them and whatnot.
Well, I hope it flops.
Similar
It looked
storyline?
pretty good. It looked pretty good in my eyes. So, but then again, it was just a cinematic trailer, so we'll see until it comes out. I don't think there's a release date for that. Oh, there is. October 26th of next year, 2022. So it's a while until it comes out.
Right.
So if you can get a
Yeah.
PS5 by that time,
Yeah, you're in luck then. And then the other two Marvel news is there's Marvel Wolverine that's coming out too, which is pretty exciting. They didn't show much. It was like kind of like that one bar scene of Logan sitting at the bar and like he like after a bar fight and whatnot, and it just shows him like extending his claws out of his hands.
oh dude, if it's gonna be Insomniac games, it's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's gonna be another one. And then
Damn it.
final yeah, and then the final bit of Marvel news is Spider-Man 2. And they did a little teaser with Venom at the end of that trailer too, so that's gonna be good. It also looked like it was gonna be co-op because they showed two Spider-Mans in the trailer.
Is it just gonna be all next gen stuff?
I don't know, but we can talk about that next gen stuff after this conference because there's some stuff to talk about that.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, because I just know like based on like Sony's kind of like motto, they're like very next gen focused. They kind of want to leave the last gen in the past, which kind of sucks. Like it's the opposite of what Xbox is doing.
Yeah, they're
But-
doubling down on their next gen purchases
Yeah,
because
people
they
can't
have to
even
make
buy.
profit for all this stuff.
Yeah.
or another.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, I'm still like contemplating getting a PS4 now that I would assume the prices are coming down. Just no.
For older games, probably, yeah. Like, you could probably get, like, the God of War game for, like, $30-$40.
I'm just talking eBay and shit. I'm not talking actually like market.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not sure then. Yeah, you'd have to look into that then.
Hey, friend, you're back.
I'm back. You know what else is back?
Football.
Football
I hate you
is
guys
here.
so much. God damn it.
That was a lob, and I was just DeAndre Jordan.
Ball.
What?
Yeah, but let's hold our thought on that PlayStation next gen thing because I'll just like list off a couple more games because the conference was pretty good for what it was. So we got all the Marvel stuff out of the way. Then Deathloop comes out in 5 days, September 14th for PlayStation users. And what I gathered from it, it's kind of just like a first-person roguelike game that you're literally stuck in a time loop and you somehow have to break out of it. I think that's like the whole point of the game. It looked kind of fun to play. Like you got like these weird powers, like BioShock style. So we'll see how that game is. I don't think a lot of people really care about it though.
And then from there, it looks like we kind of got like the PlayStation stables. We got Uncharted Remastered, new Gran Turismo, new God of War.
Yeah,
Which are all things that we've kind of seen coming, right?
Oh,
Those are like the staples. Like we knew, you know, a new Gears of War is coming. You know, a new Forza is coming. You know, a new Halo's coming.
Yeah, all that.
You know, so those are kind of the staples. You were gonna say though, was the gameplay for God of War pretty dope?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
bro! That's like the one game that I'm just like super jealous that I haven't played yet is God of War because that's probably like the best game of the decade by far. It is so well made, and this new one is like all Norse mythology with like Thor and Tyr and all of them. So it looks so fucking dope.
Even I'm pumped for that one.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like they literally didn't even come out with like a year release date. So like it probably won't even come out till like 2024, 2025.
Yeah, like mid console life.
Yeah. So like they literally it's gonna be a while till people see it, but like it was just so hyped up that they had to show something from it.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Out of all of those, what are you most excited for?
I'd be interested in seeing like the Marvel stuff, like seeing how Guardians of the Galaxy plays out, the Wolverine and Spider-Man 2. They all look pretty good. And then they didn't show anything with the new Ratchet and Clank.
So I can get behind that.
I'm also curious with the Star Wars, the Knights of the Old Republic remaster too. I wonder how that would look.
If you want to play the old one, I believe it's on Game Pass.
Oh yeah,
1A and 2, I believe, are on Game Pass.
I might have to because I never played any of those old ones.
Those are like, very like well reviewed games by like a lot of gamers. Like, people still argue that those are some of the best Star Wars games ever made.
Dude, they were literally so far ahead of their time. I think I saw Summit or another streamer played on
Summit was Summit was playing it. Yeah,
he was playing the MMO version of it too.
I think you know who else might have been playing it with Shroud. I think both of them at one point might have been playing it.
Yeah, so yeah, but I might have to like check in on those one days because they do look good.
Yeah, I mean, PlayStation I think did a good job of like kind of responding to like the nuke that Xbox sent off, right?
The continuous nuke that Xbox has been setting off.
Yeah, this whole year Xbox has just been swinging their dick, and like at least they broke the momentum.
Knocking over towers.
Yeah, dude. But they definitely broke the momentum a little bit. You know, a lot of big announcements. But the only thing is like, this feels a lot like last generation where we got all these Xbox announcements, but they're like, all right, well, you gotta wait 2 years, you gotta wait 3 years.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like I've been saying this. I feel like Xbox is gonna win this generation.
Oh yeah.
They have a bunch of titles releasing at the end of this year and into next year, and they've already had a bunch this year. I don't know if you guys have had a chance or not yet, but Psychonauts 2 just came out.
I played it a little bit. It's really good.
It's really good. And they just have a continuum of games that are going to keep coming out.
Mm-hmm. The Ascent, we played that for a bit, but it was a little buggy, but it's still a really good game. And then 12 Minutes, that's a highly underrated game.
I haven't tried it out yet.
It's so good. It's got James McAvee in it, Willem Dafoe, and Daisy Ridley all voice acting in that game. And it is so good. It's a very interesting game. And then,
dude, on top of the game releases, you still can't even get a PS5.
Exactly.
So like,
that's actually a perfect transition because what I want to talk about is the CEO of Sony said that expect console shortages all the way until September of next year because of just like material shortages. I think it's still like
they increased the price. AMD increased the price of their chip too.
Yeah, it's because they just can't get the materials for anything. And then along with that, this is a double-edged sword because Sony did have some really good news with their conference today. But on the other side, you still can't get a PS5. Sony released a newer version console of the PS5 that we talked about before. It's a little bit lighter PlayStation 5, but they also reduced the heatsink size of it while making the fan a little better. So,
well, maybe they're compensating for the bump in and increase in the chip. Maybe that's what they're kind of doing.
Yeah, so that's the reason why they decreased the heatsink size is because they had to make a profit on the console, and when they did that, they like slightly increased the profit margin with their console. But people have already been testing out the new PS5s, and these things like run way hotter than the like day one release PlayStations.
Do we have the PS5 throwing it back to the 360 days?
Basically, yeah. These
Red Ring of Death
it's
kind of
literally
vibe.
just like people are. There's reports of like PlayStations like running off like helicopters, just like huge startup sounds. Like it's running way hotter than it should before, and scalpers have been having a field day. They've been selling like day one or like launch day consoles for even more money now because they're apparently better than these newer versions.
I want to say one last thing, and then we gotta get on to the sports news here. But what the way they should do pre-orders, they should just post, "Hey, we're gonna have stock at 12 p.m. Come in the store and you can get one."
Yeah.
This bullshit, this stuff online is such bullshit because all these fucking scalpers, which can sit on a bunch of knives, every orifice, you know.
One console per address. You have to have proof of address somewhere, so you can't buy like 10 consoles from one person.
Yeah, I agree,
If
man.
they're saying this shortage is going to last until September of next year, coming from someone who consistently can't get their customers their products, it'll be well into 2023, dude.
Yeah.
There's no way that if they're saying September 2022 that it'll be September 2022.
Yeah, and that's like the earliest that they predicted at. So like
Right.
it could go even further into the next year after that as well.
And then
Yeah.
is that just
It might be 2
PS5
years.
or is that Xbox?
It's
as well?
literally everything. Like
Yeah,
PlayStation, Xbox, cell phones, cars, just like the huge tech material market is just on shortage right now.
So I'm gonna wait till about April, and then I'm gonna put all my stock into that shit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Little pump and dump, baby.
Well, I bought Ethereum last time. Now we're talking about microchip stocks.
Exactly. Gotta get ahead of that market.
But alright,
You're an
guys.
investor. That's what you do.
Yeah, there you go. But alright, guys. Into the sports news. As everybody knows, football is
Football
here.
I didn't know the
here.
football was back. I didn't catch
It's
the
back.
news.
It's here.
We had some college.
Yeah.
We had some college football over the weekend, and we also had some upsets. Friend, you want to break those down for us?
Yeah, sure. So this is our official I'm Upset series, sponsored
God.
by Drake.
We need that little soundboard right there.
I'm upset.
Yeah.
I'm Upset.
I'll get that for next
And one
week.
of these days
There
we'll
you go.
probably get Drake on the podcast, so stay tuned. But until then, I'll just do my impersonation. Biggest upsets in the top 25 this week. Virginia Tech beat North Carolina, who was ranked at number 10. They dropped 14 spots, which is one of the top 10 largest drops like ever. I think the highest is
damn.
18 spots.
It's crazy.
So that's a pretty big one. 19 Penn State beat 12 Wisconsin.
We need a moment of silence there for Urethra Steve. He was at that game. He's a Wisconsin fan. Sorry, Steve.
And we move on. 18 Iowa beat 17 Indiana. I believe.
I was just seeing the doc. You have Iowa beat Iowa.
Yeah, that's right. I think it was Indiana. It was
He's
one of
put
those
the
eyes.
secondary team on the other side.
They had their spring
Georgia
game this
beat
weekend.
Clemson. This is one of the bigger higher profile games here. Georgia and Clemson. Georgia was ranked 5. Clemson was ranked 3. And Clemson dropped, I believe, down to 7, and Georgia's now the number 2 team. So that was also kind of one of the rare college games. There's a defensive battle, which
Yeah,
never
man,
happens.
I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, I missed
Man.
that game. That sounded like a great game, honestly.
I was expecting it to be way more scoring. Like Fern said, it was a defensive battle.
Mm-hmm.
Montana beat number 20 ranked Washington. UCLA beat number 16 LSU. And just because I'm trying to jinx it, Alabama did not get upset because they never get upset. They never ever lose to an underdog.
Friend, I'm surprised I didn't get Montana out of you.
Montana.
Praise Montana, bro. That used to be your guy, man.
So
That was your
now with
catchphrase
all
for a
those-
minute.
Yeah, and now it's football is here. I don't know if everybody knows.
Can confirm.
So after all that shakes out, after the dust settles, we got our top 5 in NCAA football. Alabama at number 1, Georgia at number 2, OSU at number 3, go Bucs. Oklahoma at number 4, and Texas A&M at 5. So, just keep rooting against Bama and Georgia. That's all you got to see. Buckeyes at number 1.
Easy enough.
Oh, I'm all against Bama. I got nothing wrong with the dogs, though.
Yeah, I mean, they're SEC.
That's where we got Nicholas Chubb from.
True. Very true.
I'm grateful for the dogs.
Yeah.
Give them respect, okay?
Put some spec on it.
Put some spec on it.
Most of our, almost, in fact, all of our news today is football related because football is here.
Can confirm.
And confirm.
Bren Heffley, who you probably never heard of, he was at Michigan, transferred to Presbyterian College, which I've also never heard of. But my dude went off. He threw 10 touchdowns, which is a FBS record, but most ever in college is 11.
Jeez.
And
oh my God.
But he sat out the fourth quarter. He threw 10 touchdowns in 3 quarters.
Oh my God.
Bro, you know what that reminds me of? You remember Chris? No, fuck no. Do you remember last year when the Saints, Alvin Kamara had 6 touchdowns and they were on the goal line and they pulled him out? He would have had the NFL record with 7, but they're on the goal line and they pulled him out on Christmas Day last year.
Yeah, I do remember that.
That's some shit right there. What was the reasoning behind that?
Because they're already like winning big time. I mean, if he had 6 touchdowns by himself, I mean.
Oh my God. If you're going for a record though, let the man have it.
Yeah.
Some
Right.
boost.
I agree. I would have thrown his ass back in there. Go get the fucking record, but
He said they're on the goal line too, and
they were. I think fucking Taysom Hill ended up taking it in.
oh my God, that sucks right there, dude. Let him cement his name in the Hall of Fame for a record or something. Don't pull him away from that.
I agree, but they also might not have even noticed it. I'm sure he didn't leave there upset.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
He's probably fine.
If I'm in the NFL, I'm going for records, baby.
We got, what else we got in college news? Not necessarily news, but just kind of icing on the cake for Indiana that lost to Iowa this week. It was Indiana, by the way, who got upset by Iowa, not Iowa getting upset by Iowa. But Indiana got upset, and they spelled their own name wrong on one of the jerseys. Their freshman running back came out with a jersey that said Indiana. So they really just kind of had a rough week. So, Steve, at least Wisconsin's not the worst story in the Big Ten. You got something to add on
Fair
that?
enough.
Oh God, if I was like the announcer for that game, I just would have ran with it the whole time. It would have been so funny.
And then since football is here and we can confirm that, let's talk a little bit of NFL and a little bit of Dynasty outlook, or not Dynasty, fantasy football outlook. We actually had some big news today. Gus Edwards goes down with an ACL, man. What is going on with the Ravens right now? Are they?
I know you don't follow him much. Gus Edwards is actually the backup. J.K. Dobbins was starting, and he went down with a torn ACL. Gus Edwards took the starting job and also went down before their first
Oh
game.
my God,
Yeah.
the position is cursed then.
Well, so what I'm saying is that the Ravens are the 49ers of this year. The 49ers had so many injuries last year. Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Tevin Coleman, Raheem Mostert, Joey Bosa.
Jeez.
Like, the 49ers were injury riddled last year. I think the Ravens were like, oh yeah, we'll take that for this year. We got it.
What I'm wondering is just how many more weeks till the Ravens call me? You know what I mean?
Oh, it's
I mean, how
any day
deep
now.
are
You know,
they gonna get on their
any
depth chart?
I actually got a couple calls for you, friend, but I hung up because they weren't offering enough.
day.
I appreciate that.
They're
dude. Look at
lowballing you right there.
I told him football is here. He's on a business trip. Fuck you.
Can confirm.
We're like
And I
Thursday
can't
night
confirm
game
that.
now. We got our podcast on Thursdays. He doesn't play Thursday nights.
Yeah.
Sorry, boys.
You need him there at night? No, can't do. Hang up. We'll see ya.
2.5 mil, not high enough. I need more.
And we do have our fantasy football group with a lot of the chat members here. What else we got? Big news.
as far as the fantasy outlook goes, man, I mean, we got Cowboys and Bucs tonight. So we got some big like first round draft picks going. We got Zeke, ADP for our next guy here, CD Lamb is about a 2. Michael Gallup, Amari Cooper, also viable options tonight. Dak Prescott. You got Brady and obviously all of his weapons. Mike Evans, Godwin, Antonio Brown might be a sleeper this year. So we'll see. We'll see.
You're only saying that because you drafted him.
I don't have Antonio Brown. Walker's got Antonio Brown.
I somehow drafted CD Lamb, so I'm pretty excited to watch him.
Yeah, CD Lamb should light it up tonight, man. The only problem with tonight is that the Bucs have a very good defensive line, and the starting guard Zach Martin for the Cowboys is out with COVID. So I think I was looking at the spread. Last time I looked at it, they had Bucs minus 8.5, and I'll take Bucs minus 8.5. And if you guys want to make a little side bet here, I'm all in. Friend, what do you think?
I'll be a bet with you.
You got Cowboys within 8.5 or no?
I think I might have lost you. I don't know. I can hear fish.
Friend? You there, buddy?
He's trying to dodge the question. Dodge the bet.
What's the I can hear fish. I can't hear you, Carl.
All right, Fish, will you tell him the spread?
Now I can. What's up? You say something?
Hey, friend, did I ever tell you
Football's here?
football's here?
It is. Read the shirt.
Yeah, can confirm.
Can't confirm.
Well, Carl, what's your side bet here? What's your
So we got Bucs minus 8.5 tonight. Would you like to bet against that?
No. I never. Whatever I bet would be wrong. That's the game would go based on how I bet. That's how my betting works.
This is why I'm not taking
fair.
any of these bets, because I know I'm just gonna lose, no matter what I do.
Yeah, well, see, Friend started off the podcast. These aren't predictions. These are These are actualities.
Friend, huh?
Yeah.
That's so different though, because that's a full season. Like, there's no way, like 17 weeks worth of games will all do exactly what I want them not
I'm
to.
just hearing a lot of bullshit come out of your mouth
All
right now.
I'm saying is, dude, my lock in those picks because they're spot on. You might want to put some money on those, honestly.
Fish, you know what
What you
happened?
should do is bet your cryptocurrency on my picks because
Bet
you'll make some
Ethereum
big
coins.
I know exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Friend had just gotten back from his workout. He still had a boner from his pre-workout. He was all horned up. He's like, these are actualities, and now he's calmed down.
Yeah, he's thinking straight now.
The nitric oxide and the vasodilator,
Exactly.
caffeine has all ceased, and now he's come back to norm.
Yeah, some neurons
Which
are
is-
in his brain right
Yeah.
I need another pump of this, maybe.
Yeah.
And then I'll be taking up your bets.
Well, at the very least, at least we can agree on one thing. Football is here.
Yep, can't
Football
confirm.
is here, baby.
What was that, Fish? Can we confirm it?
Yeah, we can confirm it. Yeah,
can confirm it.
Thursday night, baby.
So who do you think's winning tonight, though? You got Buccaneers?
Yeah, man, I got Bucs minus 8.5. Hell yeah.
I would say Bucks
You're
too.
taking-
Yeah, it's always a safe bet on Tom Brady.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to look good this year. They really, I mean, I know they won the Super Bowl, but even like the end of the regular season last year, like that wasn't even just a playoff run. Like they looked good at the end of the year.
Yeah, they just literally ran shop. It doesn't matter what team you put him on. Like he's going for gold.
You guys got anybody going in fantasy tonight?
Yeah, Bucks defense.
Bucs defense? Okay, well, that's looking good with Zach Martin out.
I think I just have CD Lamb playing tonight. That's it.
I have CD Lamb too. I named one of my teams after him. Like ACDC, but like the CD was CD, you know what I mean?
Wow,
Yeah, that's really cool.
Right?
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
CD Lamb's like the only good pick in my entire fantasy team right now.
Yeah.
That I think Russell Wilson's good enough, but not really. But he doesn't start till Sunday, right?
Yeah, he's a Sunday guy, I believe.
Against Indianapolis.
Yeah, and he's got a pretty good D, but he'll be nice.
Yeah. What about the Broncos defense? Because I picked them up without knowing.
I don't know who they're playing this week, but they got Bradley Chubb. They got a couple good players.
All right.
their defense actually isn't bad, but I feel
Yeah.
like their offense sucks enough that their defense is going to be on the field too much, and
And they tire themselves out. Though.
Dude, well, see, that's the thing though, is like I feel like Teddy's good for that system. Like the defense is good enough to carry them, and all he's got to do is handle the ball, which I think he'll do. And he's got weapons. He's got Judy. He's got Cortland, and some decent backs. You know, Melvin Gordon, and then the rookie Javonte Williams. So I think they're going to do enough to let the defense carry, play complementary football, and I think they're going to be a surprising team this year. Actually,
Broncos.
yeah.
I
But in your picks now.
have Javonte Williams too. Yeah.
I mean, I don't see them making the playoffs, but I think they're going to be better than you think. I mean, how many wins do you think they get out of 17?
4, 5.
I'll take the over on that, easy.
I mean, if they're not making the playoffs, they're worse than half the teams.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking 4 or 5.
4 or 5 out of 17 is not half, by the way. Half the wins.
Right, but no, I'm saying they're worse than at least half.
I know
because
you're-
8-8 makes the playoffs.
I know you're a big businessman, and you don't have to do math equations anymore. You have people do that for you. But
Yeah,
I just want to make sure, buddy. 4's not even a quarter there, Frint.
So my question is, who do you think is gonna be the worst team this season? Like
Houston.
Owen, whatever 16 Browns season.
Houston will be the worst team this year.
Really, the Texans?
yeah.
The worst team.
Wow, what makes you say that?
They're the worst.
They're just
Plain and
falling
simple,
apart,
they're just the
dude.
worst.
They're the fucking worst.
They're falling. They've lost some weapons on defense and on offense. Their star quarterback, Deshaun Watson, just is like refusing to play for them. Like they still have him on the team, and he's just gonna sit out all season.
Yeah, I mean, he might go to jail still, too, so we'll see.
How did they lose like all their good players? Was their contracts just up and they got traded?
Well, I mean, they heard a coach / GM. I think they had him doing both, and they traded DeAndre Hopkins, which is like a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL, for a washed up running back.
Oof.
So that doesn't help.
Sounds like a Browns move right there.
Yeah,
Not anymore,
honestly,
baby.
Fish,
Not anymore.
I think it was like personal stuff. Like I think a lot of these guys didn't like the new guy that came in, so they were being pains in the ass. And he's like, "Fuck it, leave then," and thinking he'd get the upper hand, and it backfired.
They're like, okay, well, fuck you.
Now they suck.
Who was it? McDaniels? Was it McDaniels?
I have no idea. I don't
It was
know
one
who
of the
the guy
it was one of the Patriots guys. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's
but
back
either
with the
way,
Pats now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I guess we'll see then.
all right, guys. Well, we're 5 minutes till kickoff.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yeah.
what do you
5
think?
minutes till football is here.
5 minutes till football is here.
Can confirm.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink that too. Hold on.
Cheers, buddy. Are you doing another scoop of BCAs?
Cheers, boys.
I've
Thursday
had
night
2
football.
pots of coffee today, a pre-workout, and these BCAs. I think one more would probably kill me.
Oh, you should probably take one then.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stick to water.
All right, guys. Well, everybody enjoy Thursday night football. Football is here. Can confirm.
Ball's here.
Thank you for joining us for episode
11.
13. What the fuck am I saying? 11. Holy shit.
Yeah, you're right
Hey,
there.
give me another beer.
You need one for sure.
Holy shit. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining us for episode 11 of When Worlds Collide. Merchandise store. Oh my God. Merchandise store is up. If you want to support the podcast, the stream, you can visit there. But above all that, if you just want to check us out on YouTube and Spotify, that would be greatly appreciated. We are now weekly. Once again, as a reminder, we'll be here generally every Thursday right around this time. And I'm Captain.
Comment and share on the YouTube video for the podcast.
And
Help us out.
If you
Word.
don't, we'll hunt you down.
Yeah, if you don't, we'll find your house, okay?
Yeah. So I'm Captain Smalls, aka Carl. We got Smooth Poo, the fish, over there signing off, and then Mr. Nicholas Frint confirming that football is in fact here. Everybody enjoy Thursday night football. We'll be back next week, guys. And thank you all for being here.
Yes, sir. Later.
Peace.